Hello, people. I'm in a mood today. And my voice just cracked. I think I'm getting sick. It's been a while. Thought we should meet again. Oh, I just realized I have my headphones in. Chat about what's going on over here. This is my last week in this apartment. I'm so sad, but also happy because I'm moving to Spain for the month. This was an announcement that my company made after I announced that I was moving to Argentina. They basically decided to take the whole company to Spain, which is super exciting. And I'm just gonna move from here to there for the month and then come back here. And then in August, I actually leave again to go home to LA for the month because my sister's getting married. And I had to go back for the bachelorette and stuff, so I might as well just spend the whole month there. And then I come back again to Argentina in September, and then I'm here for reals and probably not leaving for a really long time because I've bought so many flights back and forth between different countries and here. So let's see. Oh, yeah, so my family, well, most of you are my family who are watching this, I assume. But my family on my mom's side does a big family reunion every year on Memorial Day, and this is the first year that I can remember ever in my life missing it, which is crazy. But I planned a trip to go see my cousin from that side of the family in Brazil. So he used to live he grew up in San Mateo in California and then moved to Brazil, met a lovely Brazilian woman who is now my cousin because they are married. And I had always wanted to go see him, especially before they moved to the States, which is their goal. And just finally made sense to do it, especially coming from here because he lives in the south of Brazil. And I'm in Argentina on the east, northern east side-ish, I guess you could say. So yeah, it made a lot of sense to see him now. So I flew to Curitiba. It's spelled Curitiba. I don't know. Some people say Chiba, whatever. Most Brazilians, I think, say Curitiba. So I flew there, which is a city inside of the southern area in Brazil that's kind of similar to Argentina. Sorry, kind of similar to Buenos Aires. Just in the sense that, it's not a beach town, it's a city. There's, lots of diversity. There's markets and just whatever, city life, big buildings, blah, 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 lots of tech. And so Danny and his wife, named Danny, drove from Blumenau, which is where they live. And we got to spend 4 days together and FaceTime our family since we were both not at the family reunion. So that was really lovely. I also got to have my first home-cooked meal since I've been here because Daniela's family, her aunt and cousins live in Curitiba. So we had a wonderful meal there. They cooked a bunch of stuff that was vegetarian just because they knew that I couldn't eat the meat. And I don't know, and they just have a lovely family. And I looked at the photo the other day and almost started crying because it's just felt so welcomed, even though I could not understand a thing they were saying. Okay, this is what's weird about Portuguese. Most people who speak Portuguese can understand Spanish, but if they respond to you in Portuguese and you speak Spanish, you cannot understand them. So it's just weird. My cousin kept saying, it sounds to me like a mix, Portuguese, the language, sounds to me like a mix of Spanish and French. If you don't know what they're saying and you're just listening to the accents and the way that they're formulating words, it does kind of sound like that. But if you know Portuguese, you're kind of it doesn't sound like either one of those, obviously. So yeah, I was realizing how freaking hard it is to go to a country by yourself, because I met up with them later, but I went alone, if you have no idea how to say anything. I didn't realize, I don't know why I didn't realize how freaking different it would be. And I was trying to order an Uber, and the guy was trying to tell me, you're going to this address, right? To confirm. And I could not understand it. It was maybe 5 words. You're going to, and then the address. And I was I have no idea what you're saying. And I was like, Inglés? Like, Español? And he just was like, no. Oh, it was so bad. So then I like Google translated and we figured it out, and I texted Danny and I was like, how do I say I don't speak English? How do I say where's the bathroom? And yeah, I just didn't realize, I guess, how different it would be, nor did I realize, like, a lot of people in Portugal, my God, a lot of people in Brazil don't speak English. At least in the areas that I were in. Maybe I just went to like less touristy places, but honestly, a lot of people didn't speak English. So it just made me realize that it is extremely good that I moved to Argentina, where I can literally understand almost anything that somebody says to me in Spanish. And I think that I would have had a really different experience if I had moved to like anywhere else, China, Indonesia, like anywhere where I don't speak the language, even though it's a place that I want to go and it's beautiful and, a lot of the same reasons why I guess I chose to come somewhere new. Just to experience the culture and stuff. I think it's actually super important that I lived in a country that I speak the language. So that was like kind of a cool revelation. I really missed Argentina. It was kind of weird. It was not like I wasn't thinking about the US. I wasn't thinking about going home. I was thinking about this home. And that was such a cool feeling to be like, damn, this really feels like home already. And it's been 3 months. So that was actually really cool, like kind of a little bit revelational for me. I'm excited when I go, because I'm going back home for 4 days for my sister's bridal shower after I leave Spain, before I come back here. And I'm wondering if like I'll feel the same way. Like if I'll feel like, damn, I miss Argentina, that's my home. Or if I'll be like, no, I'm in a place where I can speak the language and it feels like home because I've lived here, for several years before. But I'm curious if I'll miss Argentina and want to just like immediately come back to this home. I like got myself to the airport and back and just felt like a way more confident. Like it's so interesting how like mentally after you've navigated an airport once, you're kind of like, okay, I got this. Like the next time that you go, maybe it's just me, but like airports can be super overwhelming if you don't speak the language. Like traveled all through Europe and didn't know like how to read a lot of the signs, if they weren't in English, of course. And it was just really easy. Like I seriously, like I know what I'm doing. I know how to go through customs. Like I just felt like a rock star, which is just relief, feeling of relief. Yes, I'm starting to learn like a lot of new words and stuff in Argentine Spanish. For those who don't know, the accent here is quite different. They also use vos, V-O-S, which is their form of you. And in almost every other Spanish-speaking country, they use tú. And so there's like 2 tenses where it changes a lot. One is imperative, which is like commands, like come here, go there. And the other one is present tense. So de donde sos is where are you from, instead of de donde eres, which is where are you from in the tú form. So de donde sos is like Argentine Spanish. And they say like de donde sos vos, where are you from? First time I heard that, I was like, are you asking me about sauce? Like, I really don't know what you're saying. It was just like so confusing. Even though I speak like fluent Spanish, we don't really get taught vos. We get taught, I think, vosotros, but I don't remember that. So yes, I'm learning how to do that. Today I had my lesson on imperative, whatever. So instead of saying like ven acá, which is what I learned, which is come here, they say vení acá, which is like girl and boy. It's so different. I don't even know. But it's cool. I'm starting to learn like new sort of languages like this. Funny story while we're in the middle of this conversation. When I first got here, I was talking to some Argentine girls and they're like, so have you met any boys? Like, what are you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, not really. I was just trying to get my life together. Like, wasn't trying to start dating yet. And one of the things that I told them, though, is that, like, I'm a cocktail bar kind of person. I like going to cocktail bars and, like, breweries and just, I don't know, more casual hangout spots. And they were saying, like, if you want to meet a dude that will like come up to you, the environment is to go to a boliche, is what they're called. And that here means club. Okay? If you go to like a cocktail bar and stuff like that, and my experience is that people aren't really like there to meet people. I don't know. It seems to me that like people are kind of just in their groups, and like even if you're sitting at the bar alone, which like very clearly there's no one next to me, I'm alone, like no one will come up to you. Men, women, doesn't matter. Like nobody's trying to just like, it doesn't matter. They're just not going to talk to you. But at a boliche, it's like very normal. I'm pausing this because I just got a message. Sorry. Fun fact, you cannot pause on a Mac when you are recording using photo booth, so I have to start a new video. Anyways, I'll string them together in YouTube. Okay, so these girls are talking to me in Spanish. They're telling me to go to a boliche. I have no idea what this word means, but I'm like, okay. And they kind of explain like, oh, it's a place where people dance, they have fun, like, you know, you can drink, hang out, whatever. Okay, so I go home and I look up boliche on Google Translate. It means bowling. So now I'm thinking to myself, these girls are telling me I need to go to like several bowling alleys in order to meet dudes? Like this cannot be right. And I'm texting a friend from work and like he explains, a friend from the co-working space, and he says something like, why are you talking about bowling? And I was like, because that is, the girl said boliche. And he was like, Chelsea, that means club. And I was just dying of laughter. Here I am thinking I need to get good at bowling to talk to people. Ugh. I told my sister and her friend Brittany this story, and it was just like, ugh, I'm an idiot. But, you know, there's lots of words like that where they mean different things in different countries. And Argentina is known for, like, it's notorious for being just rare forms of Spanish here. Anyways, hope you guys got a good laugh out of that one, because I would have laughed at myself too. Oh, not knowing Portuguese kind of makes me want to learn like so many more languages. I feel like it'd be really hard, but it'd also be really cool, especially something like Italian, Latin, something like where a lot of languages are kind of based on that, or a lot of languages sound like that. I don't know. I just think it would be cool. Portuguese is on the list. Maybe at some point in my life I will learn it. Yeah. I don't know what else to really talk about. I think I'm not sick anymore. I've like gotten used to drinking water. When I'm back in the US, I'm going to buy a water filtration system like inside of my water bottle, like a Brita that I can just replace. So that I can just drink, like fill it up from water anywhere, and it makes it purified essentially. And I think that will help. And I've been like exploring new foods again, and I feel totally fine, so that's good. Been trying to like cook a lot more. Honestly, I've been eating horribly here, so I'm trying to like, I don't know, start anew. I mean, yes, it's very real. So I don't know, like I just need to get back into a routine, I think, but I still am just like, oh, I'm leaving soon. I can just have fun and not try to take care of myself, but I should. And I don't know. Oh, when I come back in September, I'm renting a different apartment than this one. That's a little bit cheaper. I think I mentioned that, and closer to my house. And just as close to my work, so I'm not really like dealing with a commute still. But after that, I'm not really sure where I want to go. And a friend asked me the other day, do you think you want to stay in Palermo? And I was like, I'm not sure, because honestly, I haven't explored like that many other neighborhoods that I would want to live in. I've explored the areas of those neighborhoods where I could like go have dinner, but like haven't really thought about apartment-wise, like moving anywhere else. And I do love my co-working space, but today I told them I'm leaving for June, and they were like, okay, like unless you want to pay 50% of the month of June, like your spot's gonna get given away. And I was like, that's a good point, because you guys are busy and like people really love the space, and so there's constantly people coming in asking for a desk. So I'm kind of like, what if I can't get into the co-working space? Where should I go? So anyway, I think I'll try to probably stay in this neighborhood, but sign a longer term lease, like a year or two. I had another friend tell me that if I sign a lease for 2 years, I can get out of it. if I leave earlier, I don't feel very good about that, but I don't know. So I still need to like research essentially like a long-term housing solution, figure out where my co-working space is going to be when I get back. So it might feel a little bit like starting over again, but that was kind of a cool part about moving here. So I look forward to doing it again. Ciao, ciao.